Ahoy mateys, and welcome back to another Blox Fruits video. So today, I'm going to basically go over everything there is to know about the Buddha fruit. So yeah, first I'll show you what this can do, alright? In the unawakened form, you can transform, alright? You have this transformation, you become larger, and yeah. Alright? You have to transform in order to use any of your other moves, because if you press X, C, or V, it doesn't do anything until you're transformed. Alright? I'm going to stay in here since this is a public server. So yeah, next you have Impact, which just, as you can see, it turns all these 3 fins gold as well. But yeah. But the awakening, the tail you get when you awaken your fruit, doesn't seem to change color. Alright? Next, you have Buddha Leap, which basically just jumps on your opponent. You're basically just crushing them. And yeah, it looks sideways because we were hitting a wall, but it's supposed to like go straight down. We'll see if we can do it again. Yeah, like that. Alright? Then you have Buddha Explosion, which is just a larger form of impact. So yeah, that's all it can do when it's unawakened. And now, this is the moveset when it's awakened, alright? You can use Shift and you get a much larger form. Alright? And again, you can't use any of the other moves unless you're transformed. So yeah, you got Shift, you've got Heavenly Impact, which is a larger, faster form of impact. You've got Light of Annihilation, which basically does a sort of shotgun blast in front of you. You have Twilight of the Gods, which basically lets you fly up and you start shooting beams all around under you. It's a huge area of effect attack. And then you have Retribution Dash, which basically, it's a dash. The thing about Retribution Dash is it's also an attack. And I'm going to let it charge up and see if we can do this without... So yeah, we'll just test on these little... On the locals around here, I'm sure they don't mind helping out. Alright. So yeah, if you press F and run into someone, you'll pick them up and then slam them into the ground. Pretty neat. So yeah. Now, when it comes to this power, it is the best fruit for grinding, like in the game. There is not another fruit that's even better for grinding. Like grinding mastery and levels with like melee and sword, alright? So yeah, if you're looking for a fruit that will help you grind out levels or grind mastery on melee or sword, Buddha is the one to go with. It is the best grinding fruit in the game. Now, basically, because the reason this is such a good fruit is you can just do this. You can hit them and they can't hit you. Alright? It is extremely good for grinding. You can do this with your melee as well. So yeah, definitely good fruit. You can get multiple enemies around you. You can still get hit if they run up to your feet and start punching your legs there. Yeah, they can still like hit your ankles and stuff. So yeah, basically it makes it a lot easier to hit people's hitbox. Alright, so very good fruit for grinding. It is also one of the most annoying fruits in PvP. But yeah. Keep in mind that not all powers will, a lot of moves won't, like powers and stuff, won't hit because of the increased hitbox you have, but, like, for example, take Superhuman, which is what I have equipped, alright? If you hit someone normally with that, with the first move, yeah, it'll hit them. But if you go into the Transform Buddha, and then, let's try it. Oh. As you can see, it didn't do anything. Alright, so yeah, it's kind of hard to aim. the hitbox sometimes. But yeah, if you're going to use this fruit, I would recommend putting max melee, max defense, and maximum sword. Alright? Don't even bother having any fruit powers if you're going to be using this fruit to fight or grind or anything. Because honestly, while the moves can deal a lot of damage, it's just way easier and better to use melee and sword. And in PvP, it is that way as well. I mean, you can definitely get some damage in with, like, V, especially, like, area of effect type stuff, but yeah, it is just better to have melee and sword and defense. Once you have your V4 charged, you cannot use it while you're transformed. Alright, so you're gonna have to turn it off in order to use your V4. Now, I can't activate it right now, because the bar isn't charged up, but yeah. And I'll make a separate video on how to get, like, V4 and stuff like that, but anyway, yeah. Also, it can glitch out the hands and stuff, you know. But yeah. Let's head back to the castle, and I will talk to you guys about it. Because there is something that needs to be said about this fruit when it comes to PvP. Something that I feel a lot of people need to hear. Alright, now we're in a safe zone, no one can interrupt me, so yeah. This fruit is one of the most annoying strategies in PvP. It's called Buddha spamming, because you can literally just do this, and you can hit people while, you know. Plus, oh, also the transformation does give you defensive buffs. It does buff your defense a bit. So yeah, you get damage resistance as well. So yeah, you can literally just run up, dash up to people, teleport, and then just wail on them. This is called Buddha spamming. A lot of people think it's unfair. A lot of people call it spamming. A lot of people call it unfair. And a lot of people call it annoying. First off, annoying? Yes, I agree, it is annoying. Anyone who has used Buddha or who has been a victim of Buddha will tell you that it's annoying. Okay? There is no argument there. Spamming? Alright. Yeah, it is spamming. But in a game with such a limited moveset, there is nothing except spamming in this game. Because, for example, if you've got a combo involving, like, the Crystal Katana and the Soul Guitar, you're just going to be spamming that combo in PvP. Like, spamming is... Basically, the definition of spamming is using the same moves over and over again. It's using the same move or moves over and over again. That's literally all PvP is in this game. So, honestly, complaining at someone for spamming, that genuinely doesn't make sense to me. I mean, yeah, it's annoying if it's just a single move that they're using over and over again, but, I mean, first off, that's my strategy for Smash Brothers, and second, I mean, doesn't matter how many moves you have, if you use it if you just keep using that combo over and over again, you're still spamming. Because, like, you only get, like, 5 moves, and 2 moves with a sword. You only get, like, 3 moves with melee, 3 to 4 moves with melee, up to 5 moves with a fruit, you know, you only get 2 moves no matter what sword you're using. And, you know, Soul Guitar only has 2 moves, so honestly, you don't have a lot of options to choose from when it comes to attacks. So really, PvP is nothing but spamming, because you're just going to keep using the same attacks over and over again. Doesn't matter what order you use them in, you're just using the same ones. They're still the same attacks. So, honestly, getting mad at someone for spamming doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, you do you, I guess. One thing I will say, though, for those who want to call it cheating or a glitch, y'all are just, no offense, but y'all are wrong to call it that. Because it's supposed to be able to do this. You're supposed to be able to transform, and then, yeah, you're supposed to be able to do this. This is a feature. As far as I'm concerned, this is, as far as I am concerned, and as far as I know, this is not a glitch, bug, or unintentional design. This is intentional. Like being able to pull out other items while Buddha. So yeah, calling it a glitch is just a falsehood. Alright, it's, as far as I can tell, it is supposed to be like this. Alright? So yeah. And calling it cheating or unfair, that's also not true. Because, yeah, while it is annoying, it's perfectly fair because it's just the power of this fruit. I mean, that's just what this fruit does. I mean, and it's not even the most overpowered ability in the game. It's not even the strongest. Not even the strongest strategy in the game. There are definitely ways to defeat it. Okay? Which I will talk about in a moment. So yeah. So no, this is not an unfair strategy. It's not... It's easy. It's simple. And it's annoying. But it is not unfair. It's not cheating. It's not a bug or glitch or anything like that. So you shouldn't complain about that. Alright, you can complain about it being an annoying strategy. You can even yell at them for being skillless. You can't say it's unfair or cheating, because it's supposed to do this. This is how the developers designed it. So it is not unfair. So it's not cheating or a glitch or anything. And second, it's not unfair because there are definitely better strategies than this in PvP. There's definitely better combos, and there are definitely ways to defeat this fruit. Yes, Buddha has a weakness. And that weakness is its range. Which is kind of ironic, because the strength of this fruit is that it increases your range. Alright? However, opponents that are like, say, over here, you can't really hit them unless you've got like really good aim. So, yeah. Which is why, so yeah, if you've got a fruit that lets you get really far away really quickly and then start wailing on me from that distance, you basically have a really good chance of winning the fight, unless I can close that distance. Which, yeah, I can dash, but this doesn't make me any faster, alright? Like, it looks like I'm going slower, but I'm going the same speed as this. Alright, it just looks slower because I'm larger. I'm actually covering the same amount of distance in the same amount of time. Alright, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see how good this dash is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, no, the dash isn't even increased. So yeah, same amount of speed. So yeah, I'm basically moving at the same speed as I do without the transformation. So if you're faster than I am, you can easily get back and then use a long distance attacks to take me on. Alright? If I can't close the distance, then I'm basically out of luck. I basically have nothing I can do to stop you. So yeah, range is Buddha's weakness. Things like portal and stuff, because like I fought portal users. I've basically defeated them. Alright? Portal users I actually find easy to defeat with Buddha. Alright? So yeah. But fighting Leopard, I would definitely say Leopard and maybe even Mammoth are strong against Buddha. Alright, because you can get some pretty good range on those attacks. And Doe. Well, Doe was good. Last two Doe users I fought were either had no skill, or Doe has been so nerfed that it's become weaker than Buddha. But yeah, before I couldn't touch an awakened Doe user, because he had too much range on me. And, oh hey, we got another fruit. So yeah, definitely range is Buddha's weakness. Now, if you're using Buddha, there are ways to help with this. You can, I would definitely recommend Superhuman has some good mobility moves. Alright? The Awakened F move for Buddha? Yeah. That's also a mobility move. And then Yama. Yama is definitely my favorite of the Cursed Dual Katana set. So yeah. Hellish Slash and Infernal Hurricane are both dash moves. So they are both extremely helpful for Buddha. They are both, so yeah, I would definitely say Yama goes really extremely well with Buddha. Like, I have better luck in PvP with Yama than I do with the Cursed Dual Katana. Like, that's what I've noticed. So yeah. And if you are going to use it, like, if you only care about the effects and you don't really care about the other moves, like, like, I awaken them to show you guys, but I would definitely say that the only moves you should really awaken are Shift and Retribution Dash. Which is like, what? Alright, so yeah, definitely awaken Shift and definitely awaken the Z and F move, and that's really all you need. You can totally ignore the other three, because, not really the best. Because, I mean, if you're going to be a Buddha main, then you're not going to want any points in your fruit. I'll tell you that right now. You're only going to want, like, the first two moves, or, the Z and F move. Alright? Alright, so, before we go, Buddha will cost 14,500 fragments to fully awaken. And you can't carry Buddha raids, alright? You can't really solo them unless you're extremely powerful. Like, I don't think I can do it. And, like, I've got V4 and, like, somewhat, and, Cursed Dual Katana. I don't think I can do that at my level. Like, I just feel like Buddha raids are just still too much for me to solo. Alright. Because that final boss, even with Awakened Buddha, is just really hard to defeat. So, yeah, just be wary of that. Powerful fruit, but you'll probably need a group of people to help you awaken it. So, yeah. Best fruit in the game for grinding, hands down. Top tier, but definitely not the best when it comes to PvP. Also, if you are going to use it for PvP, be aware that you will get something called a suspicious kill plenty of times, alright? You will get a lot of suspicious kills, alright? It's just this sort of way to, like, stop hackers from just getting way too much bounty and stuff. Yeah, that'll happen to you a lot. So, just be careful of that. Yeah, just be aware of that. So, yeah. I hope this has helped you all. If it did, please be sure to leave a like, hit subscribe, and yeah. With that, my friends, sayonara.